Hello everyone, my name is Karen Onte. I'm a civil engineering student of CQ University and I'll be presenting various sustainable structural materials that are used in engineering projects. We are exposed to different types of structural materials every day. By the name itself, such materials are used to build structures for different purposes. Such materials help us to make a shelter to live in, a place to work in, and a path to travel along, and other beautiful and useful creations that the whole community make use of. The most commonly used structural materials are iron, timber, concrete, and masonry. Iron can be classified into different types, though some are mostly used for purposes that are outside of civil engineering context. So today, two types of iron will be briefly discussed, which are cast iron and stainless steel. Cast iron is mostly used in modern industrial society. It is considered as the cheapest among the entire materials. It consists of 2 to 4% carbon and 1 to 3% silicon. It can be shaped into different styles and is further classified as gray, white, ductile, malleable, and alloy. The most commonly used, particularly in structures in civil engineering, is the gray type, as the rest have properties that are excellent in electrical and mechanical matters. These are the examples of iron-made structures. One of it is the very famous Eiffel Tower in Paris, and it is made in wrought iron, which is purer than cast iron. Another structure is the Iron Bridge in England. Another material is stainless steel. It is a delicate type of iron and is smooth to see and feel due to its shiny, polished attributes that are attained by applying finishing process to its surface. It consists of chromium, nickel, and other metals and other elements, depending on the specific type of stainless steel. It is prone to brittleness and resists corrosion. This is one of the most common reasons of choosing this type of metal, among others, as it doesn't rust, which is attained by certain processes that derive the natural property of a normal iron that triggers it to rust. It is a high-strength type of metal and in both tensile and compressive. They are usually a bit dearer than other metals and therefore needed to be used wisely to minimize waste. Stainless steel can be molded into different things, such as plates or sheets, bars, and wires. Another application of stainless steel in the industry is in building nuclear power plants due to its corrosive nature. Timber is another type. There are two types of timber, hardwood and softwood. Obviously, hardwood would be likely to be chosen for construction. Examples of hardwood are oak, ash, elm, and mahogany. Timbers must be seasoned before using it to extract the natural moisture out to prevent it in deforming later on. Seasoning also enhances its load-bearing power. There are two ways of seasoning timbers: air seasoning, where timbers are naturally dried out by exposing it to natural air, and kiln drying, where timbers are put into the oven to dry. Tensile and compressive strength of timbers varies with the type of wood it is made of. Access to it is very easy as it can be obtained anywhere globally and is also less in cost. Another type of material is concrete. It is a composite type of material that is made of cement, sand, and gravel. Such aggregates are used in making concrete to increase its strength and solidity for load-bearing purpose, as well as reducing the cost of making it, as aggregates are fairly cheap. Concrete is very effective in compression resistance, but not so much in tension. So reinforcement is being applied to it to address its issue to ensure that it can bear all sorts of forces applied to it. Reinforcement of concrete is conducted by applying iron bars into it, which will resist the tensile force to ensure that the structure won't break down even if the concrete cracks. This method is widely used in building constructions as it is used for a load-bearing purpose. Masonry is another type of material which is similar to concrete as its elements are bounded together by cement paste. Actually, masonry is the process of layering blocks and bricks, which are called masons, which builds up to create a structure. Mortar is commonly used as the main ingredient, but graphite and certain aggregates can also be used, depending on the design requirements. What are the different ways of processing these materials? There are numerous types of processes to bring the material to a condition at which it is ready for use. Examples are welding, soldering, molding, mixing, machine processing, and casting. Processes are appropriately chosen based on the outcome wanted to be obtained or the use of material. Embodied energy is the term they use for the energy consumed during the processing of the material, although it's different from operational energy, which refers to the energy the materials exerts during its use. To make it simpler, we can consider that embodied energy is the total energy needed to bring the material into its working condition, and operational energy is when the ready material is implemented. So why are these materials have been selected for a structural purpose? All of these materials last for a long period of time. Such materials are at present in historical buildings and places around the world. Another reason is that these materials are very high in strength and can surpass mostly any types of natural events and casualties. Like they can function under high temperature, as their maximum service point are beyond what nature might have and doesn't easily dissolve and react with rainwater. These materials are also versatile and can be produced in different forms. They are also available anywhere and can come in abundance. Having a deeper understanding of the sustainability factor of structural materials, the term sustainability doesn't only apply to its successfulness in being able to stand natural events and conditions. In this generation, since problems with the environment have been continuously increasing, all possible ways to minimize the contribution to this increase are being considered. Hence, minimizing the impact of activities to the environment should be aimed to practice. So the use of structural materials also includes consideration to environmental impact. All of the structural materials can be recycled. Using recycled materials not only contributes to minimizing waste, but they are also less expensive than newly produced ones. So it's like hitting two birds with one stone. We do our part in saving our environment as we also save money. Examples of recycled materials is the engineered structural material. It is a type of timber that is made of wood chips, constructed and formed as a beam. It is classified as engineered wood, and this effectively minimizes waste as it reuses the disposals during the production of raw wood into timbers. It can be used effectively as a long span beam as its strength is precise due to its fibers are more consistent and uniform and predictable compared to newly produced timbers. Other materials that can be reused are aggregates and steel. These can be obtained from demolished buildings as such materials are disposed of. Recycled steel is also being mixed with newly processed steel to minimize waste and doesn't affect strength and other properties as steel are highly recyclable. Thank you for listening.